Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about Saturn Jupiter double transit and Rahu transit. As you all know, my Guruji Shri K. N. Rauji has coined the theme Saturn Jupiter double transit. This is a very fascinating concept in astrology. Only a divine person like him can coin these kind of theories. Once you understand the crux of Saturn Jupiter double transit, you will be able to handle your life better. You'll be able to understand the opportunities which are going to come to you, what kind of opportunities are going to come, then what shouldn't you do during this transit. The upcoming Jupiter transit is very special because Saturn will be aspecting Aries, Rahu is already in Aries, Jupiter will be coming to Aries by April. You can see all the transit dates in the below box. In Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra, Parashara has strictly told that we should check the transit according to the moon sign. But there are a lot of experimentation going in the field of astrology. So many people are checking the transit through Lagna also. So whichever is comfortable for you, you can look into that. You should understand the promises in the horoscope is the first thing which you should understand. Then the Mahadasha and Adadasha. Then only the transit will come. But this transit is very heavy because of these three planets combined force in Aries. This is a very intense transit which is going to impact the entire world. Okay. So you need to be open, able to understand the energies, adjust with those energies, be a diplomat while you dealing with the energies. You need to be very flexible also. For some people, dharma houses are going to get activated. For some people, artha houses are going to get activated. Then for some people, kama trikon are going to get activated. Then for some people, moksha trikon. So these four energies are different energies, different frequencies. So you need to adjust your life according to those energies. For example, for Aries, Saturn, Jupiter and Rahu will be in the first house, which is a Trikona Bhava, Trikon house, and Saturn, Jupiter both will be aspecting the fifth house. So the Trikon houses are majorly active, and we know the Trikon houses are known as the Dharma houses. So before going into this video, I request you to have an open mind. Astrology is not something you need to use for our selfish interest. The universe is very divine, very powerful. They are sending us the signals. What is for you, what is not for you, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So we need to adjust according to those energies, provided you need to understand the promise of the horoscope and what your Mahadasha and Adadasha is. If your Mahadasha, Andadasha, Utintadasha, Sukshmadasha, these planets are impacting any of these houses where Jupiter is placed or aspects, or Saturn is placed or aspects, Rahu is placed or aspects, then this transit is going to bring a lot of impact. Especially Jupiter and Rahu combined in the Lagna or in the sign of Aries. This world is going to witness a lot of different type of courses because Jupiter indicates different kind of courses, wisdom, professional courses, and Rahu is also technology, advanced technology, masses and all that. During this transit, the world will witness a lot of inventions because Rahu is also invention, Jupiter is also intellect. We are going to understand many kind of new apps or things like supercomputers coming into our life and changing our lives. So let's start by each sign. You can, whichever is comfortable. If Lagna is comfortable for you or you can relate with Lagna more, then you can check it through Lagna. If you can resonate your energies with your moon sign, you can look at the moon sign. Or there are some people who doesn't know their moon sign or Lagna, they can also look at the sun sign also. I hope this session will be helping you to understand how to deal with these energies, how to maintain your life, how to maintain your life, how to use these energies in your favor for the next 1 year. For Aries, this transit is going to activate your Dharma house because Jupiter is going to be in Lagna, Saturn will be aspecting Lagna, Rahu will be in the Lagna. So Lagna is a Trikon house, it is a Dharma house. Then Saturn Jupiter double transit will be aspecting the 5th house. During this transit, you have to be very righteous. You should keep the code of conduct. Dharma means code of conduct. You should keep your conduct and you should be righteous at every time in your life. Every day, every minute, you should do the righteous things. You may be going through a lot of crisis. You can get influenced by the energies of the society, policies of the society. But this transit will remind you, if you follow the divine laws, if you follow the code of conduct, this transit is going to be very good for you. Otherwise, what will happen? Jupiter and Rahu, which is a complex energy, they are bringing opposite energies into your Lagna. You may get confused. Where should you go? What should you do? Society is telling you something, but your morality is telling you something. So you should follow the right approach, right behavior, right things in your life. Jupiter indicates Guru. For Aries, Lagna, Sun or Moon, it's always good to have a Guru during this transit because the compression on the Lagna is too high. So you can get, demotivated at times or you can get some confusion. So it's always good to take advice. Jupiter means teacher, Guru in astrology. So it can be a Guru from your temple or your religious group, or it can be someone in your family who can understand you very well. Once the Guru comes into your life will change dramatically because you will be starting to move in the right path. If you move through the right path, even if the results will be delayed, you will be getting the results. Jupiter indicates higher education. It's very good. This is a very good transit to learn new technologies, new subjects like, postgraduate subjects and or certification courses. And Rahu is also advanced technology. For Aries, Lagnas or Sun or Moon, this is the right time to join a new course. When you study a new course this time, it will be very beneficial for you in the coming days. For Aries professionals, I really request you to follow a course or take up a new certification, upskilling. It will definitely benefit your career. It doesn't have to be IT or it doesn't have to be any kind of skilled certification, but if you are an art student, you can learn something more. It will be definitely going to bring you some good news to your career. Then Lagna is your physical body. Your physical health will be very important. This is the time of rejuvenation. This is the time to work hard to improve your health. When 3 planets are in your Lagna, you will surely feel some kind of uneasiness. But at the same time, this is a signal from the universe that you were ignoring your physical health and you have to follow the signals of the universe and you have to take care of that. Your perspective will be widened. You will become optimistic because Jupiter in the Lagna will definitely make you optimistic. But this optimism should not be against the realistic approaches. Jupiter is a natural benefit. It has a negative side because it can give you unnecessary optimism. Like, you may feel lazy. You just want to be the couch potato. That kind of situation you can go through. But, you should be realistic. Whenever you make a plan, you should discuss that with your guru or elders, whether this plan is practical, whether this plan is going to bring you long-term results. Then Jupiter indicates if you are a female, Jupiter indicates your husband. This is the time you should listen more to your husband, give more respect to the husband. If he is not a respectable person, then the case is different. But naturally, you should give more respect to the husband. Jupiter is aspecting the 7th house. The husbands also give more respect to the women, the females. Then Jupiter will be aspecting the 5th house. Saturn also will be aspecting the 5th house. This is the right time to give birth to a child. Childless couple, they should use this opportunity to go for medication, to go for doctor's appointment, and if you were struggling to get a child for a long term, you can use some advanced technology like IVF or something like that to get a child, because Rahu is also aspecting the 5th house. In traditional texts, there are no aspect for Rahu, but there are certain case studies which it has been proved that Rahu has aspects. So Rahu is aspecting the 5th house. You can go through the advanced medical treatment to get a child. Then the 5th house indicates children. Aries people with children, their life will be changing. They will start their education, or they will get into marriage, or they will start a new project, or they will start new careers. Then the 5th house is a very tricky house because it indicates your creative energies. When Saturn and Jupiter, Saturn means time and Jupiter is the signal of the planet for Jiva. Saturn is Kala and Jupiter is Jiva. So much of creative energies are going to come out from you. And it will be very good when you make some analysis like SWOT analysis, whether this project is good for me, how much money should I pump in so that you can get the good results. Please do not just do anything out of excitement, because in Lagna, Jupiter is there pushing you to think in unrealistic way, to making you too much optimistic. It can definitely bring you some kind of setbacks. Along with that, you should see whether your horoscope is promising a new venture or whether you can do business or not. And the Mahadasha and Antardasha is also sponsoring you a new business venture. Then only you go for it. Otherwise, you should sit and make some plans. Understand whether the share market is going to crash, or share market is going to show you some bullish or bearish tendencies, or what are the new strategies where you can make more money from your creative energies. These kind of thoughts you have to do. These kind of thoughts you have to have. The 1st house and 5th house, dharma houses. In whatever things you do, you should follow the code of conduct. That is the line. That is the basic foundation for this transit. Yes, money can make us very greedy, but this is not the time for you to make money through any greedy things. And for Aries Lagnas, this time can also be of a marriage, because Saturn is aspecting the 5th house. 5th house is also considered as the house of love. Jupiter is also is aspecting the 5th house. Jupiter is also the planet for luck. Through marriage, your luck can increase. Rahu is also aspecting the 5th house. You can have foreign collaborations. You can have interactions from the foreign community. Then the 5th house, it is a kind of negative house, because in Parashara Hora Shastra it is clearly written during the Mahadasha and Antardasha of the 5th house, chances for downfall is high. So when the Dharma house is activated, when the Dharma houses are activated, you should follow the Dharma. In whatever you do, you should follow the Dharma. That's what I wanted to tell you. I hope you understood this. This is just about Saturn's aspect and Jupiter's aspect and placement and Rahu's aspect and placement. I hope you understood. I wish you a very good double transit. For Taurus, your moksha houses will be activated. 12th house and 4th house. In 12th house, Jupiter and Rahu will be there. 4th house, Jupiter and Saturn will be aspecting, and Saturn will be aspecting the 12th house also. The 12th house indicates moksha. 4th house also indicates moksha. So the moksha houses are activated. This activation will naturally take you to prayer, meditation, spirituality. So the light workers among us, among you, will have the bestest opportunity to go out, preach to the world, make a difference to the world. More and more Taurus will be going into prayer, meditation, occult, then spiritual activities, humanitarian activities. The 12th house is the last house of the horoscope. It is a moksha house. When the 12th house is activated, naturally you can get some kind of emotional issues. It can be about your career because Jupiter and Rahu will be aspecting the 6th house. You should stay away from office politics. You should stay away from gossiping. You should stay away from uh, bad diet. You should stay away from creating enemies. Taurus, basically, you are an earth sign. You don't like any kind of adjustments. Earth signs are very, very stubborn and diplomatic, even though you are ruled by Venus. Being diplomatic is not your cup of tea, but during this transit, try to be flexible. Try to be diplomatic. That will give you benefits. Being diplomatic and being flexible doesn't mean that you have to do any kind of wrong activity. You can speak the truth with love. That is called being a diplomatic. In whichever condition you go through. If something is happening against the morality, against your spirituality, you can speak the truth with love. Then prayer and meditation, you will surely get get in touch with foreign people because Jupiter is also foreign travels, Rahu is foreign collaborations, foreign culture, kissing and all that. 12th house also foreign collaborations. If you are planning for a foreign settlement or a foreign trip, this will be an opportunity, provided you have to check whether your Mahadasha and Antardasha is promising this, and your horoscope, it has a promise for you to go abroad, settle abroad and all that. Otherwise, you will be wasting time to uh, spending money because 12th house also losses. You may have the urge to spend money for many things. Ultimately, 12th house is losses. So please take care whether the project is going to bring some profit. Otherwise, don't spend the money. 12th house is sleep. When three planets are triggering the 12th house, you can get sleep issues. You can have emotional blocks where it naturally blocks your sleep. You should take care of that. If you feel the need of going to an expert like a psychologist, then you should not hesitate to go there and share your worries and take some remedies for that. Doing charity is a big remedy when the 12th house is activated. Reading spiritual text, no matter you are a Hindu, Christian, or Muslim, astrology doesn't have any religion. It will be good. You go to your worship center, read your religious texts, not for the sake of reading, but understand those scriptures, understand those ideas, and apply those into your life. Then the 4th house, Saturn, Jupiter will be aspecting. Saturn is Kala and Jupiter is Jiva. So both the planets, Saturn and Jupiter, are pumping the life and time into the 4th house. So many Taurus will be looking for construction of house, relocation, selling, buying. There will be spiritual rituals in the house like pujas or family meetings and family prayers and all. Somebody from the home will go to a foreign land, or you yourself may go to a foreign land, or somebody from the foreign land may come to your place. This is the right time to start a construction, or you are planning to go for a spiritual trip from home with all your family members. This is the right time. When the moksha houses are activated, you should do moksha related things. Then your Jupiter transit or this transit is set. Otherwise, if you are interested in drinking and smoking and taking intoxicants, this transit is going to be very troublesome for you because Jupiter is spirituality, Saturn is righteousness, karma, and everything. Moreover, Rahu is on top of that. Rahu is an influencer. Rahu is the planet for illusion. So you need to control those Rahu energies. Rahu may push you to drink unhealthy diet. 12th house, at times it is also the house of addiction. You need to control that. When the moksha houses are activated, do moksha. Choose the righteous path of life. Your friends may make fun of you. You yesterday, till yesterday, you were a very flirty guy. Now you have become like a Sati Savitri now, like a saint. That's okay. There, you need to detach yourself from all those negative energies. 12th house is detachment, isolation, hospital visit. If you can, you have to go to hospitals and visit uh, ailing people. That also is a remedy because it will show you how much blessed you are, how much privileged you are. You are walking, eating, everything, but there are people who are suffering. God has blessed you a lot. So these kind of moksha kind of activities will be a big remedy for this Jupiter transit, especially when your 12th house and 4th house are activated. I hope you understood. For Gemini, your karma houses are going to get activated during this transit. Don't be so happy because karma or desires can influence you in a bad way also. Your 11th house and 3rd house will be activated. 11th house, Jupiter, Rahu will be there. Saturn will be aspecting the 11th house. Jupiter and Saturn will be aspecting the 3rd house. The aspect of Jupiter in the 3rd house is not so great. The placement of Jupiter in the 3rd house is also a neutral kind of situation. But 11th house is the house of your hopes and wishes, your dreams and desires, your team settings, your business, whichever can generate you desires. Desire for money, desire for lust, because 11th house, 7th house from 11th house is 5th house of romance. Then 11th house is your long-term plans. All the Geminis, they were struggling for some time for the last few months. Will suddenly become very hopeful and you are chatty and going around and talking to many people, networking during this Jupiter Saturn double transit. Especially Jupiter and Rahu is in Lagna. That means you are going to have foreign collaborations. If you were planning to have a foreign collaboration, that can happen during this time. If you were planning for a foreign trip, it can happen during this time. At the same time, 11th house indicates humanitarian activities like charity, donations. You should not hesitate to do that. I'm not blaming you. Being a Gemini, you want to do a lot of things. But when it comes to the execution, you will be a bit lazy. You like talking about your future plans. You like talking about your desires, hopes, and wishes. But when it comes to the execution, you can be thinking. You will be a bit lazy for that. But this transit is going to activate your 11th house in a very huge manner. You cannot sit idly. You are going around and researching about various plans. You want to put them into practice. You want to get more and more profit. You want to make more friends. You want to see which group is going to accommodate you, and you want to know which friend is going to be with you. This is a very busy transit. It's a very busy transit. This is a good transit to make new friends, join new groups, professional groups or personal groups, like it can be WhatsApp group of your family group. Some of your family members may think that we don't have a family group, so we make a family group and I add this guy. So you may get an invitation. Then 11th house is also the house of inventions, because naturally in the Kalpurusha Chakra, 11th house is co-ruled by Rahu. So this transit can push you to make new plans, new ideas for your ventures. This is a very beautiful transit. At the same time, it has other kind of negativity also, because 11th house profits. Rahu and Jupiter can make you very careless about your profit money and all. Some kind of MLM project comes to you and you may think you will invest this much of money and you will get 1000% returns. But that plan can ultimately fail because Saturn is also there. Saturn indicates karma, hard work. It is not shortcut. So what you need to do is that you need to work hard for that. Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting the third house. Third house indicates hard work. It is the house of courage. It is the house of siblings. It is the house of short travel, short projects. It is the house of neck to hand area. If you already have any neck to hand issues, you should take care of that. You should be very careful with your listening devices, your hand. This transit can make you very courageous and you may go out and do some trekking or hard activities and it can affect your health. There will be multitasking, too much of activities, writing, teaching, preaching, counseling, because third house also indicates writing, teaching, preaching, counseling, media, sales, marketing, then your own ventures. This transit is going to not let you to sit idly. Sit idle. You have to act all the time. At the same time, you have to go for charity ventures that can work as a big remedy for the negativity. At the same time, you have to check your Mahadasha and Ardhadasha, whether they are activating the 11th house and 3rd house. That will be helping you to use this transit in a better way. You will get all the signals, which things are going to come to you. 11th house is the Bhavat Bhavam of the 12th house. So you should, even though the Kama house, the house of desires are activated, it will be good. You should go for prayer, meditation, or do some spiritual activities. So because every desire should be allowed by the divine energies, you need to connect with the divine energies so that your desires can get fulfilled. I wish you all the best. Cancer. For Cancer, your Artha houses will be activated during this Saturn transit. Jupiter, Rahu, Saturn. 3 planets will be influencing your 10th house. In the 10th house, Jupiter and Rahu will be there. Saturn will be aspecting the 10th house. Then your second house of money, Artha house. Artha means money. So this transit will give you some ideas to make more money. At the same time, you should not lose your money because second house is a Marga Bhava. Where Jupiter and Saturn both aspecting, it's actually a Marga Bhava. Be very careful with your money. When Jupiter and Rahu are in the 10th house, foreign collaborations, foreign travels, interacting with colleagues from the foreign land, they both are aspecting the 4th house, the chances for leaving home, constructing home, selling home, buying home, real estate deals. But the focus will be mostly around the 10th house. 3 planets, the 2 big shots of the zodiac, will be activating the 10th house. Unemployed Cancer natives will find a new job. At the same time, the 10th house and 4th house is in the Rahu Ketu axis. Already people, professionals, may feel that, there is a bit instability at work. Whenever any house comes in the axis of Rahu and Ketu, there can be some instabilities. So, you have to be very careful because until October, Jupiter and Rahu will be in Aries. That can be a bit complex scenario because Rahu indicates rebellion, Jupiter indicates dharma. So your dharma will be agitated with the rebellious Rahu. At times you will feel like you have to question your managers, your colleagues. That can work against you. Please control that Rahu energy, which prompts you to, which triggers you to question others, to be a rebel. Then ultimately you will be the loser. There are crores and crores of experts in any field. If you are being a rebel, you will lose the job. Leaving the company will not make any difference. They will get alternate options. within seconds. So you should treat your work with respect. You should treat your responsibility with respect. Remember, now also you are going through career related issues. This transit will bring you the solution because Saturn is Kala, it is activating the 10th house. Jupiter is Jiva, it is activating the 10th house. So you can get a job. The time, the Kala and Jiva is activating the opportunities to get a job. And it can also be from the foreign lands because Rahu indicates foreign collaborations. So these three planets are telling you that you have a very big karma during this transit. It is totally about your career, first of all. Then secondary, about your family and home. It's your decision whether to use these energies in a positive way and a negative way. You should know your Artha house is activated, so you can make Artha or money from this transit. Then the second house, Jupiter and Saturn activating the second house, Kala and Jiva in the second house. Please be righteous with your money. There are fraud projects like, today you invest 10 rupees, tomorrow you will get 1,000. That kind of petty, fraudulent people can come to you at this time. Remember, Jupiter and Saturn both are very, very strong planets. The signals which they gave is to be righteous in money matters. You need to be very careful handling your money. You can invest the money in the right projects. Don't get fascinated about the financial plans which you see in the newspaper. Even certain government projects also, they are not very promising when you check the conditions and terms. It has happened to me. Once I went to a government office offering a new investment scheme. The terms and conditions are totally illogical. So you should understand that. Second house also indicates career. You can get a job. You can get a new responsibility in the existing job. You can make money through that job. Freelance projects, if you are working under somebody or in a company, you should try to get a freelance job. You will be making money through that. Provided your Mahadasha and Andadasha should trigger these houses, then you will definitely make money. If any of the planets in your horoscope is not in a good condition, you can lose money also. That's where this transit becomes dangerous. Second house indicates food habits. You should have good food. Otherwise, it is a Maraga Bhava. Your food intake can bring bad health. Then second house indicates studies, upskilling. That also can happen. Anything which can give you some skills which you can convert into money. Like you are studying a new skill. You saw an ad for a new job, a job which needs this skill, then you can apply for the job, then you can get money. So anything you can make money, that kind of projects will come to you. It's your diligence or your decision whether to approach those projects with a good mind or a selfish mind. If you are going with that mind, the universe will definitely work against you. The universe is very pure. It is everlasting. We are just momentary people. We live for 70, 80 years or 20 years. We are here today. No chance. I mean, we cannot say we will be alive tomorrow or the next moment whether we will be alive or not. But the God has given us this beautiful transit to make us understand the value of every moment in our life. So use those things with pure heart. The purity of the heart, purity of the activity always matters. Whenever your second house is activated, Maraga Bhava is activated, the purity of the mind is very, very important. This is the message for you. I hope you will do well. All the best. For Leo, your Dharma houses are activated. They are 9th house and the 1st house. Both the houses are Trikon houses. The 1st house indicates your personality, your health, wealth, attitude, perception, your beauty standards and all. 9th house indicates your spirituality, higher studies, foreign collaborations, then, uh, then your gurus, your father, your submission to the law, everything. Leos, naturally, you are a fire sign, and uh, two fire houses are activated. When the ninth house, first of all, ninth house. Ninth house is under the activation of Jupiter, Rahu, and Saturn. Rahu is a rebel. Rahu doesn't like to be in the ninth house, but Jupiter can control Rahu. So the rebelliousness is very much controlled. But your Lagna, everything is connected to the Lagna. Lagna is very, very powerful. It is ruled by the Sun, king of the zodiac. You have your own plans. You don't like anybody telling you, you do this or do that. You have your own desire. You have your own plans. But this time, when your ninth house is activated, you have to submit yourself to the law. Means that doesn't mean that you are a culprit, but it means the divine laws. You should submit yourself to the divine laws. It is very difficult to submit ourselves under somebody, but the divine laws, we are nothing in front of that. But you should be very righteous. You should listen to your guru. You should listen to the laws of the land. You should listen to the learned people. You should go for spiritual things. You should go for pilgrimages. These things can happen. Students can go for higher studies, go abroad for studies, go for spiritual, not students, everybody can go for pilgrimages. All these things will help you to subside the Rahu's negative energy. For students, this is a very good time to learn advanced technology related subjects because Jupiter is higher studies, Rahu is advanced technology. So this is the right time for you to study advanced subjects. When the ninth house is activated, you should have a guru in your house. That is the purpose of ninth house. Ninth house indicates submission. So you have to have somebody in charge of you so that you can submit. You can translate. Somebody can translate the divine laws to you. Sometimes the planetary combinations may not allow us to understand the divine laws in the right manner. So this is the time you need somebody to understand the divine laws so that you can apply those things in your life and be successful. The results can get delayed because Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, everything is there. Saturn is the delayer, but Saturn never denies. Okay? So when the guru comes to you, your life will change. In my personal life also, once Guruji Sri K. N. Rauji entered into my life as a guru, my life totally changed. I have only happiness in my life. I have only happiness and I have no regrets in my life. Whatever happened in my life is for my good. That realization has given me a lot of happiness. And Guruji Sri K. N. Rauji, his teachings, it has definitely made my life easier. This is your time to get a guru. It can be a learned person who has the understanding of divine scriptures. It can be of any religion, Muslim or Hindu or Christian, because astrology doesn't have a religion. At this time, you can also started liking other religions. For example, Rahu in the ninth house indicates you will be attracted towards the theology of other religions. Like if you are a Hindu, you may like Christian theology or Islamic theology or Zoroastrian theology. See, every theology is helping you to connect, to the ultimate dignity, and God doesn't have a religion. There is no religion for God. Religion is just a mind conditioning system to make slaves. But there are good things in the religion and bad things also in every religion. It is just that it's a tool to condition the mind of people so that the people can follow those traditions, meaningless traditions. It is a very controversial topic. At the same time, when the ninth house is activated, You should follow dharma because your dharma house is activated. Then the first house. First house, your lagna is activated. Jupiter and Saturn is aspecting it. You have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your personal life. Please don't give any kind of promise to anybody without ensuring that you can fulfill those promises. Stones can break our body, but words can break our heart. So you should not give any kind of promise which is against the dharma kind of philosophy. Your total aim is to achieve those dharmic knowledge. Your physical health, your mental health, everything is important. You will try to improve your beauty because Leos are very particular about their beauty and health and everything. They want to be a crowd puller. Wherever they go, they want to be a crowd puller. But this time, the crowd pulling capacity should come from your spiritual and dharmic knowledge. When the dharma house are activated, follow dharma. Do righteous things every time. Wherever you are at home, you are with your wife, you are with your children, you are with your boss, you are with your friends, do the righteous things. That is the message the universe wants to give you through this Saturn Jupiter double transit as well as Rahu transit. I wish you all the best. Virgo, your moksha houses are activated. The 8th house and the 12th house. In the 8th house, Jupiter and Rahu will be there. In the 12th house, Jupiter and Saturn will be aspecting. 8th house, it's a Dusthana house. There are 3 negative houses. They are 6, 8 and 12. So 2 Dusthana houses are activated during this transit. Please don't get worried about this. Please don't be so scared. There are so many people who get scared due to this transit. When some transits occur, I get a lot of mails. Madam, my 12th house is going to get activated. Jayashree, my 6th house is going to get activated. My 6th house is this planet and the transit is going to be over that planet. What will I do? My whole life is gone. It is not like that. When the moksha houses are activated, you should follow moksha. Yes, both are Dusthana house, but they are moksha houses also. Every house has a good thing and a bad thing to tell you. In certain horoscopes, the good things will be prominent. In some horoscopes, bad things will be prominent. But all the houses will have good as well as bad things to promise you. The 8th house indicates finances, sudden changes, ups and downs, transformation, your in-laws, shared resources, tax, PF, insurance, your psyche, your fears. When Jupiter comes into the 8th house, Rahu is in the 8th house, Saturn is aspecting the 8th house. Saturn is blocking all those negativity in that house. And Jupiter is the planet for optimism. It is making you optimistic about your financial burdens. That means you are going to find some way to settle your debts. Rahu is there. Rahu in the 8th house is not very good because it can trigger your fears. Cost cutting should be your mantra during this transit. Jupiter indicates expansion and magnification. You will be facing some situation where you need a lot of money. You need a lot of finance for many things. 8th house is also the house of ancestral property or property related house or spouse property. This is a sensitive situation, so you need to do cost cutting. This year, this transit, let's settle your debts. Even if you don't have a lot of money to settle all the debts, please settle it as much as you can. Eighth house indicates various kind of loans, housing loan, personal loan, vehicle loan. So you will be in a situation where you have to take loans. Then you think about that whether you need it or should you postpone this loan to uh, this need for the next time. If there is any planet in the eighth house and that planet's Mahadasha and Adadasha is running, then the situation becomes a little bit complex. So you need to handle your finances. Then sudden changes, these emergencies, financial emergencies will come suddenly. Sudden events. Please take care while you're driving. Because second and eighth house in the axis of Rahu Ketu, imbalance. You will have gains, but the expenses will be high. So there will not be a balance between gains and expenses. That is a very concerning situation. But Saturn will be blocking all the negative things. Blocking in the sense it will be delaying, not denying, not taking away. You should understand that. When the moksha house is activated, you should follow moksha. You should follow spirituality because 8th house also indicates astrology, tarot, various spiritual matters. So you should follow a spiritual path. If you have an extramarital relationship, it can be visible to everybody. Your purity is very important. Very important. The purity of your physical body and emotions. It's very important. Focus on spirituality. Spirituality is a big remedy for most of the issues in our life. Then Saturn, Jupiter aspecting the 12th house. 12th house also spirituality, emotions, psyche, losses, foreign collaborations, foreign settlement. Then isolation, detachment, moksha house. You focus on doing moksha related things. Go for prayer, spiritual things, do charity with a wholehearted mindset. Please don't do charity that you should get this result. That's why I am doing this charity. That charity will not help you for anything. When you do charity, understand the pain of that person, then do charity. Then your pain will be gone from your life. Visit hospitals. Visit suffering people who are suffering. Donate something. If you can donate a meal for one meal, that itself can bring great blessings from the divinity. So during this moksha houses activation, I have to tell you only one thing: follow moksha. Yes, we are going through a tough time, a complex time, but it is not fatal. It is protected by the divinity because of Saturn. Once when Rahu moves out from the 8th house, you will feel much better. And that's all I would like to say. I wish you all the best. Libra. Your karma houses are activated. Your 7th house and 11th house are activated. At the same time, 7th house is a Mariga Bhava. Please don't get discouraged because I am telling you the facts. Saturn, Jupiter and Rahu. Jupiter and Rahu will be in the 7th house. Saturn is aspecting the 7th house. And Rahu and Saturn will be aspecting the 11th. Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting the 11th house. When the Mariga Bhava is activated, that doesn't mean that you will be dying. That means the matters of 7th house will be very prominent. And 7th house indicates your marriage, your spouse, your lover, social contacts. 7th house is also known as the house of Pada Prapti. When the 7th house is activated, you will get promotion. You will get a new career. Then 7th house is the public. 7th house is also known as the court. 7th house also known as the house for open enemies. 6th house is enemy and 7th house indicates open enemies. Is the time of single is the time to get married for single liberals. Because Saturn, Kala, Jupiter, Lakkan Jiva. So when the seventh house of marriage is activated, singles can get married. They will find a lover. If marrieds go to find a lover, and then the problem will be there. So please be righteous, because Saturn is the planet for righteousness and Jupiter is the planet for code of conduct, morality, for dharmic perspective. Rahu indicates foreign collaboration, so your wife can go abroad for a visit or for a vacation or for vocation. You will get a promotion if you are working well. Otherwise, it can be a complex scenario. Your career, your workplace behavior will be judged by Saturn. This is the time to 1 year. For the next 1 year, you will be attending a lot of parties, because 7,000 indicates masses. Rahu in the 7th house indicates fame also. If you are doing the right things, you will get fame for the right reasons. If you are doing bad things, you will get fame for the wrong reasons. You can decide. So you can decide what you have to do. Then business owners, they will have business related discussions, new business projects with foreign collaborations. You will be attending marriages, ceremonies, then engagement or parties. And fashion and modeling professionals will have more opportunities during this time. 7th house indicates karma. You are getting a lot of desires from your business, your marriage. Oh, I will get married to a beautiful girl. She will give me 1 lakh dowry. Then with that, I have to buy a Bentley. That kind of desires you can have. This is the scenario of Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu transit in the 7th house. Then going to the 11th house, where Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting long trips, foreign collaborations, new friends, new long-term relationships. Your desire for money, your profits can increase. You will get new team membership. You may get new team projects, long-term projects, then foreign collaborations, charity projects. Everything can happen. At the same time, 11th house is 12th from the 12th house. It's a Bhavat Bhavam of the 12th house. You have to do some charity or spiritual activities also, because 11th house is also known as the house of spirituality. Then people who are working in astrology, space research, that kind of people can get more opportunities. So this is a good transit, provided if you understand the risk behind 7th house being Maraga Bhava. I hope you understand. All the best for upcoming transit. Scorpio, your Artha houses are activated. For the past few years, you were struggling in your job, in your business, but this transit is coming to you to promise you something, to promise you some improvement in your career. Because 6th and 10th house, both are Artha houses, so the hidden signal is that if you are working righteously, you can make money, you can improve your career. 6th house, Jupiter and Rahu will be there. Saturn will be aspecting the 6th house. Your health is important. Your workplace is important. Your righteousness at the work is important. Your financial liabilities are important. 6th house indicate competitive projects. Students who are trying to get through NEET. I get a lot of mails from students who are studying in 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th, 12th and all. Madam, will I get through my NEET? Will I get through my GATE? Will I get through my GRO? So many students, because our younger generation is very much focused and they want to improve their life. When I was in my school days, I didn't even know that I need a career. I must need a career in the future. I thought life will go like this. My parents will live forever and I can eat without spending much time in working hard. I never thought I must have a career during my school days. But our children, like my son or my daughter and their classmates, they are very, very focused. They have clear plans what to do in the future. I wasted so many years in my life. I'm sorry. So students, if your son or daughter, your child, want to apply for NEET or NET or whatever it is, this is the right time, provided if they are Scorpio Lagna. This is the right time to appear for competitive examination and get through that. After listening this, please, you should not send any mails to me because asking whether my son will get through NEET or NET, because lakhs and lakhs of people are appearing for this examination. From that, I cannot say whether your son will be getting that, because there should be a promise in the horoscope and his Mahadasha and Antardasha should be supporting him. And the person with the stronger horoscope will get that post. But there is nothing wrong in encouraging your son or daughter to appear this examination, because this is the right time to do that. Your health is important. Please take care of your diet. Please avoid all the negativity at your workplace. Sixth house is the house of quarrels, arguments also, especially with colleagues. At office, you should follow a clear path. You should focus on your work. Please don't have any kind of chit-chat relationship with your colleagues. If you had earlier, there is nothing wrong in telling them, okay, I want to focus on my career. Please allow me to do that. You can speak the truth in love. Nobody can deny you for that. And there is nothing wrong in becoming a bit selfish for progress of your career. Ultimately, your colleagues are not going to feed you forever. You must bring your luck. So there is nothing wrong in being a bit selfish to protect your career and improve your career. And the next appraisal will be good for you. Otherwise, during your appraisal, something can happen, like the what happened to people in Twitter or Google. Your email will be blocked and your system will be blocked. Your punching card will be blocked. So please take care of the situation. When these planets are influencing the sixth house, you have to take care of the sixth house, your work, your health, your colleagues, and everything. Your health is very important. Please take care of your health by taking new medication or new workout, that kind of things. Then Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting the sixth house. Double transit is actually occurring there. So Scorpios, you can improve your career. You can get a new job. Unemployed people can get a new job. At the same time, if you are doing a bad job at career, it can be exposed to everybody. If you are doing unrighteous things to improve your business, it can just get exposed, and enforcement directorate or customs can come to your office and do a raid. Then you will become hopeless, because Jupiter and Saturn, they both are Kala and Jiva. Jupiter is Jiva, Saturn is Kala. So both the planets are coming to your 10th house to check whether you have done your work properly, whether you are doing the right things, what karma you did in the past, you did some bad karma in the past. Then Saturn is here to judge you. So your career is important. I wish you all the best. Sagittarius. 2 fire houses are getting activated during this transit. Your dharma houses, 5th house and the 9th house, are activated. For a Sagittarius, I don't have to tell you the importance of the 5th house, because Sagittarius is the natural 5th house. In the Kalpurusha zodiac, Sagittarius rules the 9th house. The planets, Jupiter and Rahu, will be in the 5th house. Saturn will be aspecting the 5th house. So the 5th house, your children, your creative projects, your speculative ventures, romance, partying, everything will be important. But Jupiter and Saturn are not the planet for partying, but Rahu is there. You yourself will push into some parties. You will be dashing into, or not dashing into. You'll be forcefully putting yourself into some parties, and you may get kind of retarded feeling, and you may leave the party. But the condition is that you may go for party. Then higher studies will be very important. 5th house is professional studies. Your higher studies will be important. Childless couple will have the fortune to get a child, or if you have any medical blockage, you will be able to correct it during this time. The creative ventures will be very important. Rahu can misguide you regarding the creative ventures, because Rahu is illusion. At the same time, Rahu can give you new ideas also. So if you want to improve your business or start a new business, you have to take advice. In Parashara Hora Shastra, there is a scripture in the fifth house page. It says, fifth house is also the house of downfalls. Whenever the fifth house is activated, there is a thread. Fifth house indicates Purva Punya Bhava, but fifth house also indicates a thread. So you have to be very clever in handling your love life, your business projects, and your children. Your children can start a new chapter in their life, like they can get married, they can go for foreign travel for studies, they can start a new course, they can get a career. Your children need more support from you. That's what this transit is going to tell you. Then another house, ninth house, Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting the ninth house. You need a guru. Sagittarius people are very confident, very optimistic, at the same time unrealistic also. You need a guru to identify, to analyze what is right, what is wrong. Where should I go? Where shouldn't I go? So you need a guru. Whenever the ninth house is activated, a guru will come to your life. You may not have seen that just because this can be new information for you. But whenever the ninth house is activated, somebody will come to you. Some grown-up people and knowledgeable people will come to you to help you. You should not deny them. At the same time, in your horoscope, ninth house of Jupiter is in a bad placement. Wrong people can also enter your life. So you need to be very clear whether this person is right for me. Check the track record. Whether they are telling the right things. Take reviews. Go through mouth shut review or any review to know the person, what kind of service this native is offering. This native, whether they are following the legal path, because ninth house indicates submission to the law. You should obey the law of the land. Higher studies, foreign travels, then writing, teaching, preaching, publishing can happen. Writers can have new opportunities. Then pilgrimages, your spiritual self suddenly will get awakened. You will become a spiritual person. That is very good. Because we all are spirits ultimately. Then your father, you need to serve your father. Then you need to give respect to the law. You need to give respect to the elders. Students who wanted to go to the foreign lands for studies, that can happen very much during this time. And this is the transit for Sagittarius. Because your dharma houses are activated, you should follow the righteous path of life, right things. Otherwise, this transit can hit you badly. I wish you all the best. Capricorn. Your moksha houses are activated. They are fourth house and the eighth house. Jupiter, Rahu will be the fourth house. Saturn will be aspecting the fourth house. Then Saturn, Jupiter will be aspecting the eighth house. Fourth house indicates home, homeland, mother, your comfort at home, your emotions, your mind, your basic education, friends, and family. When these three planets are activating the fourth house, this is the right time for real estate deals, selling, buying, relocating, going away from home, coming back to home. Some people from your home will go to the foreign land. You may come back to the home from the foreign land. All these things can happen. If you are planning for a real estate deal, construction like that, this is the right time for that. The mind, the emotions can get affected because Rahu is there, Saturn is also there. You need to protect your emotions. Moksha house activation means you should follow moksha related things like spiritual practices. Anything can give you moksha from the emotional turbulence. Anything can give you moksha from the crisis. You should do that, but it should be the right things. If you are suffering from breakups, you can have 2 peg of whiskey or some kind of drugs and get relief from the stress for the time being, for some time. That is a bad kind of activity. It will give you further issues But once you defend yourself with spiritual matters, it will give you long lasting results. Rest everything are man made things, man made ideas. They cannot give you long lasting relief or happiness. Only God can give you. Godly things can give you long lasting happiness, ideas, focus, goals, profits, everything. So, this moksha house activation is telling you that you should not hesitate to follow the moksha path. Then, the eighth house. This is a Dusthana house. Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting the Dusthana house. This house indicates finances, sudden changes, transformation, your in-laws assets, your husband's or wife's assets, then tax, PF insurance, your financial issues, astrology, occult and everything. When this moksha house, Dusthana house is activated, continue doing moksha things and move away from anything can put you in trouble. For example, financial liabilities. Don't accumulate liabilities. English is not my mother tongue. I somehow try to speak English. Don't accumulate liabilities. Instead, you try to solve those liabilities. If you don't have the money to fully settle your liabilities, try as much as you can. Try to cope up with your in-laws if they are abusing you. If your husband is not protecting you, then you should not give yourself others to torture you. You are a human being. You have all the rights to live. You should take moksha from those kind of situation. There can be some issues regarding tax, PF and insurance. You should give moksha from that issues also. You should get moksha from that issues also through the right path. Once you try the wrong path like tax evasion and all that, then you can never get moksha from that. Please take care when you driving or swimming, don't go near water for 1 year. There are challenges. Sudden changes will come up. Sudden needs of finance will come up. You should be prepared for that also. Whatever is troubling you, take moksha as the remedy. That is the only remedy I can offer you. Reading text, praying, meditating, spending time with spiritual people. And if you have an extramarital relationship, it will get exposed. So move away from that. This is my message to you. Aquarius. Your karma houses are activated. Your third house is activated. Your seventh house is activated. Third house, courage, your ventures, siblings, short travels, short projects. Jupiter and Rahu will be in third house. Saturn will be aspecting the third house. See, aspect of Jupiter or placement of Jupiter in the third house is not so great. Please be careful with your financial matters. Third house is the power form of the eighth house. So, one karma house being activated is not a very good news for you. Then the Marga Bhava, seventh house is also activated. Yes, you can have desires. You can have righteous desires to improve your business, improve your work, having good time with your siblings. Those things you can do. But don't risk your money. There will be teaching, preaching, counseling kind of opportunities. New studies can come up. You want to study new subjects. Yes, it is possible. Then if you had any kind of issues with your siblings, this is the time to settle those issues. Then get some new ideas for your business. Do a SWOT analysis for your business. Traveling frequently will happen. At the same time, health can also get affected. Then the seventh house, Saturn, Jupiter aspecting. This house is a complex house. It is a Marika house. It is a Marika house also. So you have to be very careful while you're dealing with your spouse. If you are going through a divorce process, you will get divorced during this time. If you had issues with the husband or wife, either you will settle the issue or you will expand the issue. It's depend upon your activity. 7th house indicates enemies also, so you have to be very careful. Business owners will get new business ideas, new business partners. In work, at work, you can get into a new role, uh, because 7th house indicates Padaprapti, you will get into a new role, new designation if you are working hard. Otherwise, you will have to step down. That also is the magic of the universe. It knows everyone's activity. We maybe know you are a son of a big show. Nobody can harm you. But just remember what happened to Sanjay Dutt. What happened to all the big show's children or big shows, those big shows who had to pay for their bad karma. See, in front of the universe, there is nothing called you are the son of the big show or you are the wife of a big show. Everybody have to pay back their karma in the respective way of what karma they were doing. You'll be attending parties, you'll be visible in social gatherings. Because 7th house indicates masses, social gatherings will be there. You'll be getting opportunities to preach to the larger community. And this is the message for Aquarius. And I wish you all the best. Pisces. For you, Pisces, your Artha house is activated. The 2nd house and the 6th house is activated. Jupiter Rahu will be in the 2nd house. Saturn will be aspecting the 2nd house. Remember, 2nd house is also a Maraga power. But this house has a lot of possibilities regarding your career. 2nd house is a secondary house for career, so you will have new career opportunities. Freelancing projects is a specialty of the 2nd house. You can get freelancing opportunities, foreign collaborations, you can go to the foreign lands, you can go to learn new things. Upskilling is the signature of the 2nd house, so you can learn new subjects. At the same time, your mouth area, your facial area, your alimentary canal area will be sensitive. You have to take care of that. 2nd house is also Maraga power. Don't take risk with your money. Don't accumulate debts or financial liabilities. There will be people coming to you with a wrong finance project. Please avoid them. Only invest in the righteous projects. And that's a condition of the 2nd house transit, the activation of Jupiter, Rahu, Saturn. Unemployed people can get new job. Then the other house, it is 6th house. 6th house is a Dusthana house. Jupiter and Saturn will be aspecting the 6th house. Career is a promise through this transit. If your Mahadasha and Andadasha is promising a new job, it can happen career change, new job, new short projects. Another thing, if you have a Pisces child at home, this is the time for them to appear for competitive exams like NET, SET, or GATE, or JRE, or GRE, or whatever it is. So encourage them. Even if they don't have a chance, just send them for experience. Kindly stay away from workplace gossips. Your colleagues may block your progress. So there is nothing wrong in being a little bit selfish to save and improve your career. Please follow the rules in the career space. Don't be so chatty or don't be so experimental with your office politics. Just focus on your work. Then your health is very important. The abdominal area will be very important. Take care of your diet, your workout, and everything is very important. Maraga Bhava and Dusthana house is activated. That means you will make money by overcoming all the struggles. But the good thing is that you will be making money. And the bad thing is that you have to struggle alone. And it's good. If you are struggling only, you'll be able to understand the taste of that success. And I wish you all the best.